everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are starting out with priming our eyelids today, just using concealer and a little bit of translucent powder. So we're going in with the Natasha Denona Star Palette today. Every single shadow I used is from the Star Palette except for the black because girl needed it a little more smoky. We're starting out with this transition light brown shade and throwing that into the crease as always. Then we're grabbing the shade Earth, a nice rich dirt earthy brown, running that into my crease a little bit as well as the outer corner of my eye. And then I'm taking Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue Adhesive. This is absolutely necessary with this palette. There's so much fallout with these glitters and pigments that you need it. Next, we're picking up the color Cosmo with our finger, and it is a beautiful, richly pigmented gold yellow shade, and I love the way these pigments and glitters go on with my finger way better than a brush. And on a smaller, more defined brush, we're picking up the color GEMMA, or GEMMA, I believe. Putting that on the outer corner of my eye, and it's a nice, rich, dark brown with almost like a burgundy undertone to it. And I was trying to get as much pigment as I could out of this, and I just patted that on, layered it up on the outer corner of my eye, and then sort of blended it into the gold and into my crease a little bit, taking a little bit of a lighter transition shade and blending through so that everything kind of looked cohesive. I wanted a black, so I went in with Noir from an Anastasia Beverly Hills palette that I had and put this on the outer corner of my eye. I wanted it to be nice and smoky. It's the only thing this palette was missing for me was a black, so that's why I went ahead and added that. And the Anastasia shadows are extremely pigmented. And then once I had the black in place, it's just a matter of blending, smoking everything out, making sure the lines blended together seamlessly, and then constantly adding a little bit more of that pigment with my finger just because sometimes you can lose it after blending. You can lose the intensity of the shadow. And I picked up the color Polaris. It really turned out to not make too much of a difference. I wanted to add a gradient effect and a lighter kind of shimmery shade in the inner corner of my eye. So that's what I did there, but like I said, it didn't make too much of a difference. And then I popped on a winged liner, which I totally stink at filming and stink at doing in general. And then I prepped for false lashes with mascara, and oh god, ignore that. That was bad. For lashes, I popped on my Scarlett lash from Huda Beauty, which I've been obsessed with. And then I just took a makeup removing wipe and removed all the fallout because this palette, while it's beautiful and pigmented, has a ton of fallout. And nothing new with priming. I just used my Becca primer and then Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the color Light Beige. It's obviously a little too dark for me. I blended it down the neck. It's full coverage. It's beautiful. Enough said. I know I've raved about this foundation many times before, but I absolutely love it. And you guys, I finally got my Shape Tape Concealer. It was in stock at Ulta.com. So excited to use this for the first time. You should have seen me. The color I used was light neutral, and I just blended it down in the normal like upside down triangle under my eyes, my forehead, my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow. And then using the Morphe sponge, blended everything out. You guys, this concealer definitely lives up to its hype. Sometimes things are hyped up so much that I almost get nervous thinking like, okay, is it really that good? But this concealer really is that good. It was full coverage, creamy, yet a little less tacky than like the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, but just as pigmented and smooth. It looked like I had just airbrushed my under eyes. Absolutely obsessed. My first impressions were, yeah, obsessed. Setting my under eye with the RCMA loose, translucent, loose, whatever, the setting powder. And then I wanted my highlight to be popping today, so I went in with the Cover FX drops in, I think the shade Sunlight. I'll list it down below just in case. And I popped that on the high points of my cheeks as well as the apples of my cheeks. And then I topped that off with Champagne Pop from Jaclyn Hill and Becca. And I absolutely love that combo. It's in person so blinding and stunning. I think my lights are even muting it a little more, but that highlight, every time. I'm taking MAC's Gimme Sun, my trusty bronzer. I absolutely love this for when I'm not contouring. Popping that under my cheekbones and my forehead, a little bit on my jaw and my nose as well. I love this bronzer. It's warm, it's sunny, it gives me summer vibes even though we're in the middle of the winter. I absolutely love it. And I couldn't figure out what blush I wanted to wear for the life of me today, but I ended up going with MAC's Prism. It's a cool tone, kind of a rosy mauvey brownie blush. I am horrible at describing colors, so that's what I just used there. It didn't really do a ton of pigment, but I went in with, of course, black liner. I have to, especially for the smoky look. And then picked up the color Earth on a fluffy pencil brush and smudged out my black kohl liner with that all over my lower lash line. And then picking up any black shadow, I just used this one from the Anastasia palette. I took it on a flat definer brush and stamped it on my lower lashes. And I felt like this completed the look, making it really smoky and sultry and I don't know. It just tied the smokiness together and then blend everything together once more with the pencil brush. Oh yeah, of course, I cannot forget my lower lashes. Need a quick coat of mascara and then the eye look is complete. I set my makeup using MAC's Charged Water once more. And then for lipstick today, I went in with Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the color Stripped, and I topped it with her Undressed gloss for this beautiful nude lip. And then this look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah!